Hey YouTube, I'm going to show you how to show you pen spinners how to do spreads today. I will say that I would consider a spread a pinky spread. I'm not going to say pinky spread every time, but I'm just doing that because that's the easiest way, for me anyway, so I can show you. I'm going to show you how to do a single spread primarily, and then if I have time at the end, I'll try to do multiple spreads. That might be a different tutorial, but we'll see where that goes. So a spread, you should know, is an aerial trick. I don't know if it's considered a power trick or not. I would assume that it is, but I don't know, people don't usually talk about it as a power trick. But anyway, a spread is an aerial trick, like I said. It rotates 1.0 revolutions in the air, and then if you're doing a single spread, you just do that one revolution and then you catch it, or continue spinning, whichever you want to do. But if you do continuous, obviously you do the pattern again and again, and hit the pen again and again. Now the term, I don't like to use the term hit, because hit is usually associated with a great amount of force. That's completely opposite of what actually is a spread. A spread, actually, you don't need much force, unless of course you're using like a super heavy mod. But even with a buster that's already considered pretty heavy, you don't really need to use that much force. And I'll tell you why later. So first, the pinky spread looks like this. You don't have to start it or catch it in any particular way. I'm just starting with a thumb around release because it's easier for me, and I'm catching in this position because it's also easier for me. But if you wish, you can start off with any type of lead into it. Like sometimes I do with the twisted song bust and then do a spread and catch like that, or whatever other way you want. But there's no set way. You can catch it obviously in a finger slot. You can catch it between your thumb and index, 1, 2, 2, 3, or 3, 4, whichever way you like it, or whichever way you need to continue your combo. So again, I'm going to do it my way, and then you can try to practice that way and then link it your own way, however way you like. So I start with the thumb around release. I hope you know thumb around, how to do thumb around. And if you haven't done a TA release, I have a tutorial on it. It's called TA to air, because that's what I thought it was called, but whatever. After you do the release, the pen should rotate 0.05 revolutions in the air, meaning that this back end that's farthest away, pointing away from your hand, from the back, should rotate half. And then if you're doing a pinky spread like I am, it should be the part closest to your pinky. When you hit the pen, you should hit it someplace between the middle of the pen and the tip. I usually, like on a buster, I usually hit it around here, which is, I don't know, maybe 1.5 centimeters from the Kamsa cap here, and I usually do it like that, and then catch it if I'm doing a single spread. Again, I'll try to slow-mo this so you can see the revolutions better, but if time permits, I'll try to do some other stuff. Again, the TA release, and then you don't need to hit the pen really hard, because you don't want the pen going flying up in the air so that you can't control. You want the pen to just pop it up just so that it clears your thumb. Like when this part spins here, it won't hit your thumb and then fly off wherever. You just want to hit it enough so that it clears your thumb. You can bring your hand down. The pen's still spinning just enough so that when you tap it very lightly with either your pinky, your ring, middle, index, or even thumb, that it will rotate 1 revolution in the air, and you can catch it either whichever way you want, like I said. So anyway, again, thumb around, TA release very gently, rotate 0.05, and then stick whichever finger out you want. Like I said, I'm doing pinky spreads. Have the pen land here. You don't want to get caught between your knuckles, because obviously it's a lot tougher to get the aerial out. So you want to kind of rest it, have it fall on the, I guess, I don't know, the back side of your fingers, fold it over, This is how I do my spreads, kind of like with my hand in a fist, and then have the pen land here, and then I just use my pinky and kind of wrist arm motion to push it up. This is easier for me personally because it kind of gives like a small platform for the pen to land on, and then I can just go like that and do the spread. Like I said, you don't need a very hard tap for the spread. Since you already have momentum from the thumb around release, you just need to tap it lightly to get it to spin that one rotation and then to catch it. This trick requires a lot of hand-eye coordination, so if you don't have that, I recommend you try to, work on that, I guess. But there's no real easy way to do it besides just looking at the pen and trying to see how many rotations it's doing, where the rotations are, and just trying to figure out where to move your hand and fast enough so that you can adjust, so that if you somehow didn't, say, do the TA release good and you did it over here, that you can still somehow manage to get your hand over here, do a spread, and then catch it, continue spinning if you happen to not mind messing up in a combo.